Hi everyone, I'm Masato Nakagawa. Call me Kaicho. I would like to introduce Mr. Gary from Colorado. He practices meridian treatment with Shinko products. I interviewed him. Enjoy the video.
You want to do my foot? Right here,
Okay.
my foot.
Right here?
Yeah, that's a good spot.
What are you doing?
That's my mama.
What are you using to doctor her?
Shankiko.
Okay.
You're a magic, Shinkiko.
Well, I'm gonna.
Need to do the other side too?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Where
this.
does it go on this side?
Like kind of right here, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Your energy is really good. You have lots of healing energy, Charlie.
Is it feeling much better?
You feel so much better. So much.
That was good, Charlie.
You want to do some?
ゲリーさんコロラドですもんね。コロラ
So
ド。
where?
どの辺ですか
Tell me where do you live?
I live in Paonia, Colorado. It's way over on
Paonia.
the western side of the state.
ゲリーさんは、クアラ先生から聞いて鍼灸を知ったんですよね。クアラ先生は、鍼灸の先生ですけど、ゲリーさんは鍼灸をやっておられるですか、
So I understand you found Shinkiko from Mr. Kuwahara. Also, I know that Mr. Kuwahara is an acupuncturist. So
Yes.
what's your profession?
By license, I am a chiropractor. I was first licensed in 1979. But for the last 20 years, I have mainly specialized in classical Chinese medicine and Japanese meridian therapy.
そうするともうかなりこのヒーリングという世界は堪能している方ですね。
So that meaning is so you are a very old specialist for these medicine.
Yes, you can see my age.
ゲイリーさんのお孫さんの動画はね、あれ2年前に、投稿してもらって。
I think you put in a video with, it is it's coming from your grandchild.
My granddaughter. Yeah, that was recorded about 2 years ago.
お孫さんはそうやっていろいろかなりヒーリングのことをおじいさんからこう聞いてるっていう感じかな。
So that meaning is so your grandchild study or learn from you.
Yes, and she also at the same time became interested in acupuncture needles, and she would take them and shove them into her stuffed animals. And she wanted to treat us, so I always wanted her to use this instead because it feels much better.
今はおいくつですか？
How old is she?
She is 5.
5歳で。ああ、じゃあこの先相当におじいさんの影響もあって、勉強されますね。
Probably she will receive so much influence from you, grandpa.
Yes, she is interested in many things.
ゲリーさんは今そうやってスペシャリストとしてね、いろいろ人を癒すってことをやっておられたんだけども、鍼灸を取り入れたきっかけっていうのは、桑原先生から聞いたんでしょうね。やっぱりなんかいい感じがあったんですか？
So I think that you use the Shinkiko tool or goods for your treatment. Also, you study that from Mr. Kuwahara, but so I'd like to know more. So why? So did you find a good image or good result?
Well, you got me started, Mr. Kuwahara. You invited me to a distance healing session with Shinkiko. And I tried that, and in preparation, I obtained the starter package that was the pendant and the Anki music. And then after that, I began to have dreams, and the idea of the Shinkiko coming in meditations and in dreams. And it made me very interested in obtaining more powerful goods. And so I contacted you about that. And then first you dismissed it. You didn't think I was serious. So I had to be persistent.
肺元気を聞いてきましたよね、買いたいと。
そうですか。
私は冗談と思ってた。
冗談と思ったの。
どんどん話を聞いてくるんだから。
聞いてくる。
聞いてくるもんで、結局は購入しましたよね。
購入した。だからその肺元気多分6型ですかね、あれね。
6型です。You bought 肺元気6, right?
Yes.
6型とそのスティックヘッドですか。
Yeah, I started with High Genki 6 and these two.
はいはいはいはい。なるほど。
And then after working with it for a while, then I decided I needed to have two.
And
I also needed to have two.
それも2つにして。はいはいはい。それ使うとやっぱり何か変化ありますか？前のと前と。
What kind of differences you found?
Well, during that time when I first obtained these goods, I believe was in the early summer of 2020. And at that time, the practice was still shut down because of COVID. So I had to move my interactions all virtual as Zoom meetings. And I found that if I would hold one of these in each hand and talk to my patient, I could scan them. I could create a field between these, and it could go anywhere. And I could scan my patient and feel where a blockage was.
それはすごいですね。じゃあ随分そこで感じ方が変わって、そこに要はスポットを当てていくっていうことなんだ。暗い部分を見つける。
So that means so you find some darkness from the client.
Yes, find a place where it doesn't feel right. It might feel dark, it might feel muddy, but something not right. And then we would try to solve how to get the light to move through. Or I would scan and find meridian points that they could treat. And then I would have them treat those points maybe with moxa, maybe with magnet, maybe with the little Shinkiko plates. And so they would do home treatment based on what I was seeing with this. I would use it for diagnosis with a Zoom call, but while diagnosing, of course, you are treating.
で、患者さんはどんな感想をなんか言われてます？
So how does it like it? Your client?
They would like it very much. They wouldn't necessarily know what I was doing because I'm always doing strange things. And I notice when you guys send energy, you just use your hands. But since I'm a beginner, I need tools.
7型を購入されましたよね。7型。
So I know you have a High Genki 7, right?
Yes.
ねえ、7型は、はいはいはい。7型はどんなことに使われてますか？
How would you use High Genki 7?
A number of ways. First of all, in the office, when I come into the clinic every day, I hold on to it and I do a little ceremony to create the sacred space for the clinic. And while holding it, I invite the ancestors to come in to be helpful. At the end of the clinic day, I do a ceremony to return it to mundane space, to make it normal space again, and release the ancestors and release myself to go back into my normal life.
七夕使うようになって、やっぱり変化は感じられますか？
What type of change or differences you feel after you got 7?
My mind gets clearer, and I notice things in the clinic space that need to be fixed up. Like it might mean it might mean something that needs to be cleaned better. It might be something that needs to be organized better. It demands that the space be good.
写真をちょっと送ってもらったのあるから共有してみますか？
Right. So
Yeah.
we share the picture you send us.
In that picture, I am, that's the stack of patient files that I will be seeing that day or talking on the phone with. And I use Haigenki to send energy to those patients. And then when I'm done with the patient visit and they leave, I again put it on their file to send them a little extra energy.
ああ、本当に気の運を利用してますね。これはどうでしょうね。
What's that?
That is a thread painting. It's a piece of art made with all hand-stitched thread. And that was done by my wife's art teacher. And it carries a very nice energy into our home. This is our living room in the home. And I like to sometimes place Haigenki by it, and it charges the picture with extra special energy so that even when the Haigenki is no longer there, by looking at the picture, you receive energy.
ああ、確かに絵っていうのもね、気を伝えてくれるっていうのはあるんだけどね。ああ、新機構のエネルギーをそうやって利用できるっていうのもね、ありますね。
So we know that, or any of the pictures sending us the interesting good energy. So you add the Shinkiko.
Yes.
It's a great idea.
さらには、これなんかステレオですね。
What's this?
Well, that's my stereo. And I showed you also a close-up of the tower with the 2 Haigenki, the 6 and the 7. You
Right,
have
I can see.
Yeah. I had received a vision, I think in a meditation, might have been a dream, where there was this black rectangular column that was able to interface with the Haigenki and combine the center of, yeah.
Gary, I didn't understand. What did you say? 何言ってかよくわかんないから。
高度すぎるかな、言ってることが。
The black thing produces the frequencies of the Earth's magnetic field. It broadcasts it into the room, and the idea is that it will take some of the electrical noise down from the wires. So in my vision, I saw that I could use a Haigenki. I had the 6 at that time, and I could place it on top of a device like this. And what it would make was then the Shinkiko energy would go into the electrical wires so that when you watch the television set or listen to music, then you're also getting the Shinkiko energy coming through the electricity. At first, I just did it with the Haigenki 6 because I didn't have the 7. And I saw that the Shinkiko effect would go into the wires of our home, but it wouldn't go further than that. And once I got the Haigenki 7 and could add it, then I saw that the Shinkiko energy wasn't just staying within our household, but was bleeding out through the wires across our neighborhood.
彼の家の隣っていうのはすごく離れてますからね。
ああ、そうです
日本みたいじ
ね。
ゃないから。
日本みたいに窮屈じゃないから、広大ですからね。
隣が見えないんだから。
見えない、見えない、コロラドですか。わあ、研究熱心で、本当いろんなことをやられてますね。うん。
Wow, so he said, wow, you research so many things. Like a Shinkiko specialist, huh?
いろんなね、使い方をね、研究されてびっくりしてますよ。
And I can do all of this even though I don't even understand what Shinkiko is.
いやいや、どんな風に使っていただいてもね、要はいろいろ皆さんが試してみられることで、だんだん新機構って分かってきてるんですよね。そういう意味では非常に素晴らしい。
Actually, so your idea is our idea. So I know our friends start to use so they're with their idea. From their challenge, we understand what is a Shinkiko or Shinkiko goods.
これはどうでしょうね。なんか、
So what is this?
Well, this picture is showing how I use the Haigenki to charge up the other meridian therapy tools that I use in the practice. So in the foreground, the copper tool is a gua sha tool. And then inside of the wrapped up cloth are all of my teishins and enshins and chokishin and various other tools that I use.
これはどうですか、これ。
That's interesting.
Yeah, I teach my patients to skin brush, doing brushing along the meridian lines. And so I figured, why not put a ceramic disc head taped to it while doing the brushing. I also use this for gardening, for farming.
場所って土地っていうのはありますからね。そういうことも多分ね、ゲリさんとか広いから、より。
So you send the Shinkiko energy, your ground, your garden.
Yes, and it's also diagnostic. If I'll hold on to this and walk on the land, and I'll be given impressions that maybe this area of the land needs something done different with water or with things added to the soil, or maybe some plants that are not doing as well. I'll send them energy, but then I'll receive impressions about what to do to help them.
ちなみにどのぐらいの広さでしたっけ、お宅は。
How much acre your land your house built?
Our land is 14 acres. The part that is flat, that has lawn and meadows and trees and gardens and greenhouses, is about 4 of those acres.
4 acres.
コロラドから自然がたくさんあって、まあね、そこにいろんなことを感じられる。
So you cannot see the neighbor's house from your house.
Yes, I can see them, but they're very small.
新機構っていうのは、どんな方に、使ってもらうといいっていう感じしますか？
So I understand you use a Shinkiko tools for yourself, for your client, for and other people. So how do you think? So what type of who can have more, who can get more benefit from this key goods?
I think just about anybody can. The first experiments, actually the only key goods that I have sent home with patients are the little Shinkiko plates. And at first I selected giving those to the patients who I wanted to have them do moxa with the little moxa candles. But in some people, they don't like the smoke, or somebody in the household is bothered by the smoke, but they could use these. And so I would maybe take 4 of them and send them home with them, and they could place them on points that I would recommend. The feedback was that they generally could feel more with the little Shinkiko dot than with Moxa, and that surprised me. Because I heard that even from some people that I didn't think are all that sensitive to energy.
スポットチタンシールですね。ちっちゃいシールですね。
そうです。
ああ、
はい
体に貼るシールですね。ああ。いろいろいいひらめきがね、湧いてくるんですよね。今度は8型も行きますから、より鮮明にいろいろ多分ね。
So you
影響はね
utilize your like intuition and enlightenment so well. So that's nice. Also, you
I
got
get ideas while I'm sleeping and when I'm meditating.
あ
so
あ。
Kaito said you will be going to use the High-Genki 8. So it's accelerate for you the process.
Yeah, that's why I was requesting in our last session, how can I get more clarity? Because I have all of these ideas, but they're not always clear. Sometimes the image is not in focus. And I get an impression, but I can't see it clearly.
ちょっとお話したらね、購入したいということで、ありがとうございます。
So we are happy to hear your decision.
はい
Good.
いやー、本当にありがとうございました。ますますね、新機構で輝ける人生を、これから先もまだまだいろんな方に今度、ね、そういうのを教えて差し上げたりしていただくとね、とってもいいかなと思うんですね。ますま
So
す
thank
ご
you
活躍
very
くだ
much,
さい。
your participant, for our study and enjoyment. So I hope you can share your idea for our friend, so then we can build up in a nice community so to life.
Yes, and I'm interested in hearing other people's ideas.
ありがとうございました。またセッションでお会いしましょう。
So thank you very much tonight. So see you again for next
All right.
session.
はい、どうも
Bye bye.
ありがとうございました。はい、ありがとうございます。どうも失礼します。